All right, greetings everybody, and happy fall. This is for my newer players in our 4th and 5th grade fall team, but this is really for everybody because reps never get old and never go out of style, and even the best of the best at the very highest level at the PLL and Pro NLL guys, they're constantly working on their stick skills, okay? So there always is a way to get better, always a way to improve. So real quickly, a couple things for our younger players, okay? First and foremost, okay? 2 things I see a lot when handling the ball. 1, a lot of the twirling of the stick, like the full turns, okay? Not necessary. I'm not saying, hey, there's pro guys that twirl completely, right? But I think it's a little bit overrated, and for many young kids getting into the game, it's unnecessary and it doesn't help them, right? So really focus on just getting that nice, easy grip, okay? And second, I just mentioned kind of the easier grip. A lot of kids squeeze the stick hard, you know, white knuckles, right? No good. This thing should be loose, particularly in the top hand. Bottom hand's a little firmer, you know, based on the butt end and low part of the stick, all right? But you got to have this loose grip up here. This stick should move freely in my thumb as I cradle here, right? And so that's one of the key things, okay? And then once we talk about throwing, catching, and shooting, right? What do we get? A lot of buddy passes is where I came from. When you throw the ball up in a lob and you're going to get one of your buddies on the team hurt by throwing this lob pass, okay? So start from the very first age of when you're playing. I don't care if you're 1st grade or 8th grade, just starting the game or even beyond that. Throw the ball hard, firm, okay? Don't worry about catching it. It will come, all right? But throwing it firm, okay? And so behind me here, you'll see my rebounder here. And like I said, I've got a couple of spare balls right behind me here, so you guys that go play wall ball, make sure you get, you know, preferably a bag full or a bucket full, but I've got 3 below me here in addition to the one I have in my stick. Have plenty of balls, but at least have maybe half a dozen or so, all right? So throw the ball hard. I also am right near my house, and so I don't want to damage anything. So this is where my Swax Lax balls come in handy too. Plus they're not as bouncy, but they're the same size and weight as a real ball. So if and when I do miss it, 1, they're not going to damage, and 2, they're not going to bounce and roll very far away. So, you know, not as much time chasing and more time getting reps, okay? So real quickly, we're going to talk about overhand, sidearm, underhand. I don't care what age you are. Start getting used to the stick at all angles in your hands. You know, it frustrates me when I hear a lot of, you know, yes, when it comes down to fundamentals, they're critical, okay? Overhand throws, overhand shots, okay? Those are the very, very best and most accurate, most powerful for even the experienced players. But it's never too young or too early to start learning how to throw the ball underhand, sidearm, and stuff like that. It's only going to help your game, okay? And there's a right time and a wrong time on the field when using those types of shots and passes, okay? But if you don't practice them, you can't use them on the field when it counts, okay? So real quickly, throw the ball hard, right? So we're going to throw the ball hard, okay? A little drop, okay? Throw it hard, okay? Throw it hard. Okay, you'll notice when I pull the stick back, right, I don't twirl the stick, okay? I just catch it. Soft hands, we talk about it all the time. Catching an egg, catching a water balloon, all right? And working overhand, okay? So offhand, woo, hit the bar, okay? Moving. All right, there's your simple overhand throw. You start throwing overhand hard, guess what? Your shot when you shoot on goal is going to get harder, okay? And then the same thing happens too. You know, maybe do 10 reps right hand, 10 reps left hand, overhand, and then you start doing sidearm, okay? Sidearm, and then even work into underhand, okay? These are all the things, okay, that are just going to get you very comfortable with the stick. And like I said, never gripping the stick, nice and easy. Relax with the ball, breathe, okay? And have fun. Try your behind the backs, try your around the world, okay? That's what makes lacrosse great. It's about creativity and playing fast, all right? So it's never too young to work on your sticks in all facets, okay? Overhand, sidearm, underhand, behind the back, around the world, between the legs, whatever, all right? I encourage you that, but you do have to focus on the funnels more so than the fancy shots, right? The trick shots. But trust me, if you can start doing one-handed between the legs, chances are you're probably going to be pretty good with just your strong hand or even your weak hand throwing the ball, right? So again, just practice and reps and having that fun, all right? So get out there, pass hard, get a big bag of balls, or get a bunch of these Swax Lax ones too, I recommend, okay? And throw the ball hard. And if you're not catching them often, trust me, you will. You will get better by every single rep. You'll start feeling more comfortable with a fast pass coming at you, a bounce off the wall. I've got a rebounder. Some of you guys just have a brick wall using a real ball. That's great, okay? For you guys that are beginners, absolutely encourage you to use your helmet and gloves, maybe even your full set of equipment, right? Because sometimes the ball's going to hit you, it's going to hurt. Nothing wrong with that, because it's getting you game ready. It's getting you practice ready. So all those things, but throw the ball hard above all else, okay? And everything else will follow. If you start throwing slowly, it's only going to, I think, in my opinion, slow your ability to improve, okay? And who doesn't want to improve faster, right? That's why we practice. That's why we compete. And that's why I want you guys to throw the ball hard, okay? So for my young guys, my young Chaos team, and even my 2029 8th grade team, okay, throw the ball hard, okay? Throw it crisp, throw a good firm pass, work on your accuracy, okay? For even targets like this, you know, hey, I'm going to try and hit the top right corner or the top middle or whatever, just or dead center, right? Put a little string in it, or put a mark on the wall with tape or something like that. Don't go spray painting or something like that, someone else's property. Be respectful, but you know, find those little targets, put some tape on the wall. Like I said, use a shoelace on a rebounder like I have behind me, and challenge yourself to throw it hard first, and then focus on the accuracy, then improve your catching, and then you're going to do everything else too, like the sidearm, underhand, behind the back, around the world, between the legs, you name it. All right. So most of all, play to have fun. See you soon.